Kenny Dragone says, where has the virtual president gone? And a couple of other questions about that. I'm glad you asked that, actually. The virtual presidency was what I thought a terrific idea that just didn't work. And it didn't fail in terms of the execution, because I think the virtual presidency videos are absolutely the best work I've ever done, certainly the best looking work I've ever done. And in terms of an encapsulated piece, they're terrific. And also the entire set is a civics lesson. It's fantastic. I like it much better than I like What We Believe, and I like What We Believe quite a lot. And I'm going to make another note here. But I can't explain this. I really don't. I don't know why. But once we posted them on YouTube, the virtual presidency videos did about a third of the worst videos that I was doing before. If I was seeing, 60,000 would be disappointing to me, and I'd put these virtual presidency, they get 16,000, 12,000, 20,000. Nobody was watching them. Nobody was watching them. I suspect it's because they came out after the Romney election. They came out as a result of the speech I gave after the Romney election. And I think after Obama had been reelected, it just didn't. It was almost in some levels, almost too painful to bear. If I could have gotten those out a year earlier, so if they were the run up to the election, like this is what the president should be saying and doing, I think they would have done much better. Plus, right after the election in 2013, the entire year of 2013, I think people were just burned out and done, and there's still a fair amount of that. Now, for those of you who are members, you know that the What We Believe DVD is kind of the centerpiece of your membership package, and in that regard, it's been fantastic. But I did make a note because we've had it in the box for about a year now. Once we start getting the new Year 2 membership discs out, the Tough Liberal Questions one, we'll post all of them. They've been available to members both streaming and through their DVDs since we got the discs back in January, I guess it was. But I do need to post more of them, and I just made a note to do that because at this point I think I've gone public with 2 or 3 of the 11, and we can certainly post a couple more in the next couple months, and then we'll there it'll be. I thought it was a great idea, and I was really disappointed is not the word. I was really just heartbroken that they didn't do better. And that's funny. It's like it's like anything else in this line of work, or any line of work really. You start a business, you have a product, you have a lot of faith in your product, and if you didn't have faith in it, you wouldn't have gone into that line of work. And sometimes it just doesn't go. And sometimes it just doesn't. We're learning an awful lot, by the way, from Truth Revolt in terms of how a very small amount of money, still a significant amount of money, it's a 4-figure amount of money, low 4 figures, can, in terms of YouTube marketing, if it's intelligently applied, can get you to a platform of 100,000 people watching the video, and then you have a chance for these things to really break out. So again, all these little squirrels have their tails tied together. With more memberships, we can deploy some marketing money to get some of these videos seen by more people. And with my own brand like Stratosphere, which would have a BillWhittle.com commercial on the tail end of it, then you start to get in this positive loop of marketing driving revenues driving more marketing budget reaching a bigger audience, which drive more membership, and that's a nice train to be on. I was thinking about talking about it tonight. I'll probably talk about it next week. I am giving serious thought to inserting, prior to Big Bad Problems, a small project, smallish, that is far smaller than a feature film, but much bigger than anything I've ever done in the video world before. And I'm just going to leave you with that tease because this thing's something I've been thinking about, and I don't have quite exactly right yet, but I will soon. So that'll be something to talk about next week, and that'll be really kind of fun. It'll be moving into a space I've never been in before, and a space that I've been in there before, but not in the world that you know me in. Moving into a world where conservatives just don't go and need to be. And that's enough of a tease. We'll save it for next time, which is really kind of fun. Let's see. Eric Wright says, how would you incorporate more explosions into year 2 of the Stratosphere Lounge? That is the kind of question that makes me get up in the morning. That's what I love about this group. I don't know, but I'm going to think it over because it's a grand idea. I'm sure there's a way to do this in front of a green screen and keep some explosions back there. Little, explosion pots back there might not be a bad idea either. Smoke, all kinds of cool things. It's a grand idea, Eric, and I have to tell you, once I read that question, I said, this is the kind of person that belongs in the Stratosphere Lounge. That's exactly the kind of questions that we should be asking ourselves these days. How do we get more explosions into this? I think if America had more explosions into it, we'd all be much, much happier in terms of our content of entertainment in this country.